If you're running Google Ads for your law firm and not actively managing your negative keyword list, you're basically handing Google a blank check. Most law firms assume just picking the right keywords is enough, that their ads are going to show to the right people. But without a solid negative keyword strategy, you're paying for clicks from people who will never hire you. And that can add up fast. Today, I'm breaking down mistake number 4 in our 5-part series, the 5 biggest Google Ads mistakes law firms are making that are burning through their marketing budget. And that's ignoring negative keywords, why it's one of the biggest budget killers for law firms, and how law firms are losing thousands of dollars without even realizing it. It's a simple fix that can instantly improve your lead quality. If you're new here, I'm Kaylee, your legal lead sharks expert. My agency runs Google Ads exclusively for law firms, which means we know exactly what works and what doesn't work when it comes to getting high quality cases, not just clicks. First, let's talk about why ignoring negative keywords could be costing your firm thousands of dollars. I always say Google's default settings aren't really in your favor. When it comes to setting up search campaigns for law firms, Google's goal is to get you as many clicks as possible. Google Ads is about 80% of Google's revenue, and they get paid for every click. Not every time one of those clicks turns into a signed case. This most likely means your law firm is showing up for a lot of irrelevant searches, and every one of those clicks is money out of your pocket. Without a solid negative keyword strategy, your law firm could be paying for searches like cheap divorce attorney, how to become a lawyer, lawyer salary, free legal advice. None of these searches are going to turn into signed cases for your law firm, but you're paying for those clicks regardless. So let's talk about how to fix this. The first step in fixing this problem is that you have to build out a solid negative keyword strategy. This means before you even start running ads, that you've compiled a list of the most common irrelevant searches to tell Google what you're not interested in showing up for. Terms like cheap, free, DIY, pro bono, how to. All of these terms should be on a negative keyword list before you even start spending money within your Google Ads to ensure you're not showing up for all of these irrelevant searches. Step number 2 in fixing this is that you're regularly auditing your search term reports. This is one of the biggest red flags that I see when I go in and audit law firms, whether they're running their own Google Ads account or they have an agency managing their account. I can really quickly see in the change history reports if the law firm's account is properly utilizing a negative keyword strategy. We've seen accounts that haven't been touched in up to 6 months. Their ads agency was the set it and forget it type, and it ended up costing them thousands of dollars in wasted ad spend. Auditing your search term report on a daily, bi-weekly, or monthly basis at minimum allows you to see exactly what people are Googling when they click on your ad so that you can go in and continue to build out your negative keyword strategy, making sure that you don't continue to show up for those irrelevant searches in the future. The third thing to look out for when you're building a negative keyword strategy is that different levels or times within your account, that negative keyword strategy is going to change and evolve. You have a negative keyword list for your campaign level and for your ad group level. Knowing when you need to add negative keywords to specific ad groups versus the specific campaigns is also a strategy that your law firm needs to understand. Putting a negative keyword at a campaign level instead of an ad group level could kill the momentum of one ad group that's performing really well by accident. Next, you need to know that when adding negative keywords, you have 3 options. You can add them broadly, phrase match, or exact match. If you're an attorney, you don't want to broadly put anything with the word attorney or lawyer on your negative keyword list. Let me give you an example. If you're a personal injury law firm and you notice in your search term audit that you showed up for family law or immigration law, now you don't want to show up for that again in the future, so you can broadly put the word immigration or family in your negative keyword list. But if you put the whole word family law, family lawyer, family attorney, and you don't properly tell Google what type of keyword that is, Google's AI will stop you from showing up for anything that says lawyer or attorney or law. So if you wanted to specifically put family lawyer, you would need to put the brackets signifying that this is an exact match keyword, letting Google's AI know you still want to show up for the term lawyer, but not family lawyer. I say this a lot in my videos, but setting up your Google Ads account can seem really basic and straightforward at first. But once you start to optimize the account, it's very complicated and complex. I would never recommend any law firm running their own Google Ads for the same reason that I wouldn't represent myself in court against a highly trained and highly educated attorney. Google Ads for lawyers is one of the most expensive and competitive competitive niches within the Google Ads segment. And you're competing against highly trained and highly educated experts, making it really hard to compete. I also wouldn't use a Google Ads agency that is a jack of all trades. Just like someone with a brain injury would go to a brain specialist, it pays to have a Google Ads agency that only works in the legal niche. Because unlike plumbers, when there's a plumbing emergency, the first ad that pops up, the person calls, and if the plumber can come out, they're hired. Converting a legal lead is a lot more difficult, so knowing how legal works within Google Ads is really important. What happens when you get all of this right? Law firms who properly manage their negative keyword list see improvements in lead quality, fewer junk clicks, and more real cases. Their cost per case goes down because they've lowered their wasted ad spend, and their ROI goes up because they're getting more cases from the same budget. At Legal Lead Sharks, we meticulously track negative keywords in our search term audit reports on a daily basis for our clients. We've seen firms that cut their wasted ad spend by 30 to 50% by simply dialing up their negative keyword strategy. So if you're tired of wasting money on clicks that don't turn into cases, let's talk. The link to book a no obligation discovery call with us is in the description below. Let's see if we can improve your caseload while cutting your wasted ad spend. In the next video, I'm going to be covering the 5 biggest red flags you should look out for when hiring a Google Ads agency for your law firm. You're not going to want to miss it, so be sure to hit subscribe and click that bell notification so you'll be notified when it drops. We'll see you in the next video.